Hey guys, and welcome to the final part of Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. And in this part, we're doing the Starfruit Kingdom, and I've never had Starfruit, so...
A palpu fruit.
Oh god, that's what I was thinking of. I just couldn't put a name to it.
No. We
Are
already...
we sharing this with DK's special someone?
You mean the bananas?
Is it Riku?
It's not Riku. What's so special about Riku? Well, no, I'm not thinking Riku. I'm actually thinking, who's it? I can't even remember her name.
Kairi.
Kairi, yeah.
It's funny that you mention that, though, because at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts, Riku and Sora were actually racing to see who would get to share a palpu fruit with Kairi, if I remember.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you share the fruit with someone, your destinies become intertwined. Who's the first person Riku shares the palpu fruit with? Sora! Make that what you will.
Oh my... John,
Hey, I'm not the only one that makes these parallels, man. There are forms for this sort of shit.
I know that there are forms for these sort of shit, and you want to know who usually occupies those forms? 14-year-old girls.
It was a simpler time.
I'm not judging, I'm just making a point. But yeah, like Kairi, I do not get what the hell's so special about Kairi. She spends the entire...
That's okay, Nomura doesn't know either. Oh god, I can't wait until 3.
Princess of
It will
Light
answer
One.
absolutely nothing, John.
In fact, it only raises more questions.
No, you see, the main series games never answer a goddamn thing. It's always the handheld spin-offs that have the plot convolution.
Yeah, but then don't those usually answer questions with more questions, though? Or is that what you're getting at? Because my mind starts to glaze over whenever anything Kingdom Hearts tends to come up. I really should, like, try to beat the game at one of these days.
Just stick to the main series and don't think too hard about the plot, and you'll get a reasonably fun action RPG with Disney characters and Final Fantasy characters occasionally in it.
Okay.
Look, there's nothing quite as satisfying as beating Jafar's face in with a giant key, okay? That's all you need to know about Kingdom
Yeah,
Hearts.
rents due, motherfucker.
Okay, you know, if that were to happen in the real world, like, his teeth would be falling out, so... Does it look like that? Because if not, I'm not interested.
Not before his head, not before he tilts his head because of that large-ass hat he's wearing, of course.
Can someone tell me exactly what the hell we're supposed to do to actually get through this?
That's a good question. I really do not remember.
So what happens when we go on Kingdom Hearts tangents? I start to question our environment now. What the hell do we get to space?
Okay, well that's never explained. Donkey Kong just went up. Okay, you're supposed to, like, wall jump. Not wall jump. You're supposed to slide. You're supposed to Mega Man X, I guess is the best way I can do it.
I see.
But yeah, no, we're just in space because Miyamoto said, hey guys, next we're working on Super Mario Galaxy, and then they were like, wow, we need to put a space level in here now for practice. So, yeah. But I will say that, like, you know, for a proto Super Mario Galaxy, this does still look pretty good. Like graphics-wise.
See, it seems to take the Gex Enter the Gecko design mentality when it comes to how asteroids naturally form in space.
They're just
Some of
circles.
these don't even look like planetoids. They look like tennis balls.
Well, that happened in Mario Galaxy too. Actually, quite literally, it happened at one point, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's a type make the best watermelons.
Yeah.
Man.
And this is why they stopped sending monkeys into space.
This looks really frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, it is the last level in the game, but on the other hand, this isn't, like, hard in the sense of, though it isn't hard in the way that you're supposed to be playing the game. It's just hard because the collision detection between what's a floor and what's a wall is really kind of not very clear.
It's just that, you know, this looks like the sort of thing that would be frustrating with a regular controller, and you're doing it with bongos.
Yeah.
Can you not just let the floor carry you?
No, because then you'll start, like, falling.
Sliding back.
Sliding, yeah.
Yeah, from what I understand, you have to run with the wall so that you're sliding and the wall turning carry you up far enough that you can wall jump.
Yeah, and then and then once we get to this middle platform here, I need to like mash to the left and hope. Oh, I got it by jumping there, but I gotta hope that the platform grabs me.
And then you gotta hope that you don't accidentally jump into the wrong snake mouth when you get to the top.
Oh
They're so
yeah.
damn close together. Have you ever jumped into the wrong one?
No, but I'm sure someone has. Oh, that's how shooting stars happen. Huh, interesting.
Monkeys throwing coconuts in space?
Smacking a coconut out of mid-space.
Pigs throwing coconuts in space, Lewis. Jeez, get it right.
But Donkey Kong has to actively slap it. You see, it can't reach shooting star properties if the pig just drops the coconut. Donkey Kong has to actively hit it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, the pig has missed some, and it's fallen into the spacey abyss below a few times, so...
Yeah.
You know what this pig thing reminds me of? The enemies from Tomba.
I can see that, yeah. Those are also pigs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't...
I gotta go back to play Tomba.
I've never played Tomba.
Well, you never had a PlayStation, so yeah.
Well, it's the games are available on the PlayStation Network, but don't get Tomba 2 unless you want to play the Japanese version, because for some reason they put the Japanese version on the US PSN instead of, the English version we already had.
Huh?
Tomba 2, the 3D.
No, I know. I'm just responding to that.
Yeah, the PSN version on the American store is the Japanese version of Tomba 2 for some reason. I don't know. Maybe there was a licensing issue with the American version for some reason.
Is there like
they have the whole English dictionary copyrighted?
Is there like a plot to Tomba that I would be like missing?
Yeah, actually, it's well, I'm only going by the first game here, but it's kind of a side-scrolling platformer action RPG kind of deal, where you have a side-scroller world that's structured like an open world, and you have quests to complete along the way, and you're going back and forth around the place. It's a pretty cool game.
That actually does sound pretty neat.
Yeah, it's a good game, and I kind of wish it was more well known than it is. I can't.
Yeah,
speak
it
for
always
Tomba
was
2,
sort of niche.
Yeah.
Oh, and they expect you to play an action RPG in Japanese.
I don't know about Tomba 2, but
It's 3D though, I remember correctly.
yeah, that's the only thing that I know about Tomba 2. I've never played it myself. In fact, back in the day, I only ever played Tomba in demo form on a PlayStation Underground disc.
Same here.
I didn't have a chance to play the full game until I got it on the PSN.
Is Tomba 1 sprites or 3D models?
It's sprites on 2.5D backgrounds.
Okay, that's good, because like
yeah.
one thing because PlayStation, one thing about the PlayStation graphically is that I really like the sprites that it does, but the 3D tends to be very so
Yeah.
the fact that Sony kept on pushing them to do 3D instead of the great sprites that they could do that age way better kind of annoys me, but whatever.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Fortunately, Tomba 1 is all the characters are sprites and the environments are 3D, but the PlayStation 1 is able to pull off the style that they go with, so it looks pretty good.
Environment graphics tend to age better than like character models from old games anyway, so...
Well, I should say cartoony environment graphics tend to age
I
better.
would say, yeah, to an extent, because I love Symphony of the Night, but every time I get right next to the throne room and I see that polygonal clock tower in the background, it kind of takes me out of it. That's not a banana, Donkey Kong.
Oh wait, actually, yeah, it is. See, it explodes.
Well then, fuck me.
Well, that's the thing about Donkey Kong's world. If you hit it enough, everything is a banana.
When all of your problems are bananas, no wait, I'm getting this proverb wrong.
Oh god, it's this asshole again. Actually, we've only fought this guy twice, including this one. Haven't we?
Yeah, the mini boss. I like a lot of the mini bosses in Donkey Kong Jungle Beat because like they're interesting, they're weird, and they don't show up nearly as much as the normal bosses. Like for some reason, like if I fight a mini boss more than once, I'm okay with that. But the main bosses, like if that gets rehashed, then I start to get annoyed.
I sort of get Wario World vibes with some of these bosses.
Yeah, only more polished.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
yeah. So this is the type that was me just fucking up because that's the type of end game. That's the end mini game that you can potentially get a lot of points from.
Oh man, you were so close to platinum too.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
you asked how we can transcend Ninja Kong, John. Well, this is Sumo Kong, who I never figured out how to fight for the record.
Sumo Kong while falling to the fucking earth.
Yeah.
I don't know. He seems like he telegraphs everything pretty hard.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's not just a matter of dodging him, because if you just dodge, then Donkey Kong will sort of go backwards, and by the time you're done dodging, he might hit you again. A lot of when it comes to a lot of the other Kongs, you have to find the right response to each telegraph. So it's whether it's like a right jab, left jab, punch. I don't know if pressing both at the same dodge, I should say. I don't know if pressing both at the same time actually does anything, but thankfully the fights are really short, so it's not like there are an awful lot of options.
This is not a true sumo match. You're supposed to push him off of the asteroid.
Hey, I beat the shit out of him. Doesn't that
Then
count?
yeah, but you still gotta knock him off the ring. Then he falls down to earth in a blaze of glory and lands directly in his tombstone.
Sounds like the ending of a Tekken game. No,
What?
I'm seriously. There are actually endings in Tekken Tag Tournament 2 where like Heihachi just wants to get rid of Jin and Kazuya for good, so he puts them in spacesuits, straps them down, goes out into space in a satellite, and kicks them out the back of a space shuttle so that they burn up in the atmosphere.
And this is considered easier than just popping a cap in them.
No, because Kazuya, Jin, and Heihachi himself have quote-unquote died and come back so many times that it's ridiculous. So it was just kind of a joke about how hard they are to kill.
Alright. I guess the next best thing would be to throw him into the sun.
Then there's the alternate ending where Kuma does that to Heihachi, Jin, and Kazuya all at once, and falls out the spaceship himself when he's done.
Kuma's the bear, right?
Kuma is Heihachi's pet bear, yes.
Isn't Heihachi the good guy in Tekken?
No,
I thought he's the bad guy.
Heihachi is the bad guy. He's the final boss of Tekken 1. Actually the protagonist of Tekken 2 because Kazuya is the final boss in Tekken 2, and he's mostly been in an antagonist role ever since.
Yeah, okay. I do not know an awful lot about Tekken, so...
All you need to know about Heihachi is that he's that one guy with the two really big gray hair points sticking out the back of his head that's been on the cover
that guy! Oh, okay.
Yeah, the guy who's been on the cover of every Tekken game ever.
Okay, that's why I was wondering if he was the good guy, because he's on the cover of every game.
Yeah, he's basically the face of Tekken. The main character, I guess you could say, is technically Kazuya, but you know, the actual protagonist of an individual Tekken game changes from game to game. The first game it was Kazuya, second game it was Heihachi, third game it was Jin, fourth game I think it was Jin again. Yeah, up until 6 it was always Jin until Lars came along for some reason in 6.
Then the descriptions say for every other Tekken, we don't know, but Heihachi's in it.
Pretty much. Man.
Yes, so this is again, like, even the final boss is rehashed, and, like, that usually bothers me a lot more in games. Like, if you rehash your normal bosses, whatever, but I always feel like the final boss should be its own special thing. And other than hawking loogies at you, he really doesn't have an awful lot of new moves. So,
he seems to be bitch slapping you a bit more effectively, though.
Well,
his sweep kicks and high kicks seem to be faster.
Yeah, well, but he's not. He's still pretty rehash-tastic. I'm just not fighting him effectively because I don't really know the effective way to go at him, really. I just sort of beat the shit out of him, because I feel like that would be Donkey Kong's strategy. I like to roleplay, you see. Get in character.
Oh, man.
We'll be doing this commentary the wrong way, then. You're supposed to talk like a monkey. This is part 1.
Ook, ook, ah, ah.
I'm sorry, is Ryan playing this game?
No.
Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. Bing, bang. Walla, walla.
No,
Hey, that's a racial slur. Take that back.
Wait, it's a racial
Ting
slur?
Tang.
Ting
No.
Tang.
Ting
Kidding.
Tang. Something, something, Big Bang.
Oh, you racist shit.
Oh, I'm sorry, John. We don't want any filthy monkeys on our commentary.
You said that.
You damn dirty ape. Oh yeah.
It was Earth all along.
Oh yeah. Just so nobody gets mad at me, I'm talking like actual monkeys.
Nah. Well,
And if you're one of those chimps that they taught how to speak sign language, I'm sorry.
well,
Yeah, we're fucked if Caesar's watching us.
technically, people are apes, men are monkeys.
Lewis with the technicality.
Okay, that's one way to end a game, I guess. I will say that throwing him at the wall to kill him was pretty satisfying.
Yep.
And so the game just decides to end.
Well, not a little bit, yeah, basically.
Oh, Donkey Kong decided he wanted to go out and beat things up, and he just sort of accidentally happened to beat up a demon along the way. So, okay.
Yeah, and then he kind of looked around and was like, "Is anybody left?" And then he just sees a pile of bloody and broken bodies, and he's just like, "Nope. Okay, looks like I win." So yeah, the game basically does decide to end. Like,
And then we revolt against humankind.
yeah. So all the monkeys join for a dance party, I guess.
Are you supposed to be clapping along with these monkeys?
No. Well, I think that's how you clapping is how you get him, how you end the ceremony. But I just wanted to get all the guys on screen so that I could, watch Sumo Kong dance awkwardly. But
No more monkeys jumping off the deck. Because DK punched the shit.
now, yeah,
He
Donkey.
then made them all lock. He made them all lock arms to form a bridge for him.
And so,
It was an interesting game,
Yeah.
although I honestly would rather just play a Donkey Kong game with a regular controller.
again, yeah, that's the main caveat to whether or not you will like Donkey Kong Jungle Beat is, are you okay with the gimmick? Because again, like the fact that you're playing with the bongo is a gimmick. I don't deny that, but I think that it's a fun gimmick and it's a nice change of pace from basically any other kind of platformer that I can think of off the top of my head. So. It's not something I go back to all the time, but I get in the mood to play it every now and again. So, I'd say give it a shot if you're even a little bit interested. You might be surprised.
Yeah.
It's different, and it's different in the fun way, so...
Yeah.
Or at least
And if the bongos aren't your cup of tea, there is a new style control version of this for the Wii.
Yeah.
Where you use the Wiimote and nunchuck instead of the bongos. So.
Yeah, I can't personally vouch for that one's quality though. So, I don't know how well the motion works. So, you'll have to go on your own for that one. I also think, anthropologically, if that's even a thing with video games, it is interesting to play this to see where certain things from Galaxy came from, because it is the same team. So, if you're at all interested in that, it's worth looking into. And also, whoever is recording the footage for for this demo here is obnoxiously good, and I hate them because I'm never gonna be that good.
Yeah, developers tend to be really, really good at their own games.
Oh yeah. Oh, this one's just cute. Okay, but yeah. So yeah, that Tezuka is it? No wait. Takashi Tezuka's not Sonic, is it? No, I'm thinking of
you're
No, that's Miyamoto's right hand man.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking Izuka. Okay, sorry, my bad.
What the hell was that?
Eh.
Like it's the yeah!
Hey, yeah. Okay, guys, you got to put your hands together if you want to clap.
But
Listen
I don't
to this
think this
DK
game
rap.
is worthy of an applause.
Well, no, you're applauding. No, you see that was Miyamoto's plan all along. He wanted a round of applause, so he released a game where people would be clapping for him throughout their whole playthrough. That sly bastard.
It's how he reduces the crow's feet around his eyes.